Stock market for beginners. For December 18 to December 22nd, I made over 1,700 in 1 week. So most of the gains are from options, call option, put options. I lost money, but that's very normal. As an option, I can do risk management. So when you take both sides, so when you are betting on one side more, you make more when you're right. But on the other side, you lose a little bit. That's very normal. I'm willing to lose that amount, so that's why I lost some money. If you look at all the trades that I made, so most of them are options. So how much do I invest to make this much money? For this one, if you look at this second column, 320.51, so this is a cost column. So to the cost, the proceeds. So basically my cost to make 708 is only 320.51. So the return is over double. So you can say it's double the amount of money that I made. So if you look at this one, 215.51 is the cost, but I made 652. The profit is gonna be 436. So you could say it's double the amount. And of course, if you invest in stocks, you could possibly be investing a lot of money. So I have 10,727 for Nasdaq stock, 200. So I sold at this amount, this price. So the profit was only 392. So if you look at it, long-term investing and short-term trading, both are very useful. In US, if you are a US resident, if you trade stocks less than 1 year, you need to pay higher tax. But if you hold it for 1 year or more, then you pay less tax. So for stocks, I prefer to hold it for 1 year longer. But during the meantime, I travel around the world, so I need to make regular income. So what do? I trade stock options. I use advanced option. So that gives me regular income like this. For 1 week, 1,722. So if you look at in let's say 18, December 18, I made 239. So let's say December 19, let's see how much I made. Only $23. See, December 20th, 538. And December 21st. Of course, it also depends on how often I trade. If I'm busy traveling, I'm on the flight, I don't look at it. I don't need to look at it. So in that situation, I tend not to make so much money, but I still make money every day, every single day. 22nd, how much? 577. So I have 2 days of more than 5,000. So you don't need to be trading every day. So you just need to be trade regularly and make consistent profit. So over 1 week, I made over 1,772. So do you think you can travel around the world if you just made 1,700 every week? It doesn't mean that you're gonna make this much. So I'm just showing an example how I made money, and just want to be really teach you to start investing and option trading. So that's gonna change your life. That's changed my life. But of course, everybody's result is different. So let's look at last week. What happened? I'm gonna talk about a few stocks, and I'm gonna tell you how I trade stock options, call option, put option, whatever. S&P 500, December 36 is 0.42%. For the past 5 days, it dropped a little bit here, but it just back up again. It's very, very normal. Especially after the consumer PCE data came out, the stock market went up again. For the next week, this week, I believe the stock market could be going up and down. Remember, New Year, everybody is traveling, so there's not gonna be a lot of activity. So I don't see any big change in direction. Either going up or going down. I don't see that. It could just be going up and down a little bit, just like normal. Year to date, it's up 24.86%. So if you put your money in the bank, you will only make about 5% interest. But if you have put in S&P 500 at the beginning of the year, you will have already made 24.86%. So that means $1,000 will have become $1,248. So 248 is free money. So that's why I always invest in stock. I don't put money in the bank. Nasdaq 0.19% on December 22nd, and over the past 5 days it's 0.47. So the dip, then back up after the PCE data came out. Core PCE is good. Inflation data was good. So it's very normal. Year to date is at 45.13%. So I believe next year technologies will stay dominant, but there will be some rotation going on. It could be haircare, consumer staples, or industrial or financial. I haven't decided yet, but I will be publishing a video about my predictions for 2024. So make sure you subscribe the channel to know about my predictions for next year. And Dow Jones was down 0.05%. It's not so much on December 22nd. The past 5 days, 0.2%, similar. Year to date, 12.82%. So I prefer not to invest in Dow Jones in industrial average stocks because the return is not so much compared to S&P 500, 24.86, and Nasdaq 45.13%. So let's look at the stocks reported earnings last week. I told you about ACN in the past slide. It went down a little bit, but it went back up again, and because it beats earnings expectations, but the revenue outlook was below forecast. So it's very normal. The stock dropped a little bit, but it recovered. Do you know why? Because it's a great company. So when you buy great companies, even if there's a drop, it's just temporary. There are a lot of investors waiting to invest or did buy any drop. So that's why I love investing in great companies. Dividend yield is 1.46%. P/E ratio is 32.85. And let's look at CCF. CCF didn't change so much. It went down, but it went back up again. Nothing much changed. 137% year to date. But over the 5 years, it's just like this. It's dropped. So I don't invest in. I don't like cruise ship stocks, but I love going on a cruise. But I don't like investing in cruise ship companies. Let's look at FedEx. FedEx dropped 12.59% over the past 5 days because the result fell short of estimate in its fiscal second quarter. The company's export unit was hit by lower demand. That was bad, and lower its full year sales outlook. The guidance was also bad, so that's why it dropped. Its actual result was bad, and also the guidance was bad. Of course, the stock dropped because expectation is below the expectation. Anytime the stock goes up, it's because it's better than expectation, and also the guidance is better than expectation. Anytime the stock drops, it's because the result is worse than the expectation, and also the guidance is worse than the expectation. So I'm going to teach you how you can profit from this drop at the end of the video. And let's look at Nike. Nike stock dropped also 11.05% over the past 5 days, but it stayed up year to date. I'm talking about from October. If you look at from September 27, 89.42, it stayed up. So that's why when the stock drops so much, if it's a great company, if you buy into that even if it dropped later, the drop still gonna be better than the time that you already bought. It is very, very important. FedEx year to date is up 39.92%. Yes, if you have bought at October 26, 227, you will still be up on your position. But historically, personally, I prefer to buy stock that's going up over the past 5 years. So FedEx is not my type. And Nike, let's go look at the past 5 years. Not so much of my time. So I'm okay not owning these two stocks. I prefer to own ACN. I don't have the position in ACN yet, but I prefer to own ACN, like smooth, going up. Of course, there's a drop a little bit, but that's not very normal because of the bear market. But I believe it's gonna hit all-time high then again. It's gonna surpass all-time high. because of that. Why did Nike stock drop over the, after the earnings report? Let's look at it. Nike sinks 12% after its slashed sales outlook and raised $2 billion in cost cuttings, over the next 2 years. So Nike's also they lower the outlook for fiscal year, so which is bad. And also the fair share of Wall Street sales estimate for second quarter in a row. So that's why all the bad news came out and Nike dropped, the same as FedEx. So how could you profit from this drop? You can use stocks, or you can use call option, or you can use put option. There are 3 ways. For stock, you can say, oh, you know what, I'm going to dip back a little bit. If drop, I believe it's going to go back to 280. If you believe that, if you also believe that it's not going to go up very fast, I start buying some stock. It dropped, but I don't think it's going to go up really fast. I will just buy a few stocks, to free up my position. But if I believe that it's going to go back up really, really fast, and what could I do? I could basically buy call option. Depending on the timeline, I don't think it's going to go up in the next 2 days, so I'm not going to choose that. I don't think it's going to go back up 9 days because it's risky. The shorter the expiration date, the faster it loses value. Any option, call option, put option, if you choose shorter expiration date, it's going to lose value much faster. Of course, if let's say the next day another company wants to make offer to buy FedEx company, then if its stock jump a lot, if you choose shorter date, then the option is going to jump much more. Very, very normal. So let's say I'm not so sure how fast it could go up, but I believe that within the next 51 days it could go back up. So I will choose 51 days for that. Buy call option. Now the stock price is 252.45. If you look at it, the higher the strike price from the stock price, the lower the premium, because the chance of stock price going up to the higher stock price is low. So that's why you only need to pay lower premium to own call option. But if your call option is in the money below the actual stock price, then you pay higher premium. Look at that, 18.25 for 240. So you can choose any stop price you want. If you believe that it's gonna hit 270 in the next 1 month, then you could choose 270, 3.2. You can choose click on it, then you can click buy. If you don't believe that, then what you can do, you can choose 250. I don't want to take so much risk. I can pay 1100, so 1100. So you multiply the price with 100, because every option represents 100 shares, and you can do that. So it's really up to you. And the next way that I can benefit from FedEx stock drop, and if I believe that it's going to go back up again, I can sell put option. Click on sell put option. I can choose when you're selling option, you want the options to lose value really fast, so you can choose say 9 days. If you want it, you can choose 16 days. You can choose 30 days. Of course, as an option seller, the sooner that it loses value, the better it is. If you choose 16 days, which is about 2 weeks, you want to sell at for put option. If you look at the premium, the higher the strike price, the higher the premiums. So the lower the strike price, the lower the premiums. So it's the opposite of call option. So if you want, so for put option, any strike price above stock price is in the money. Any strike price below the actual current share price is out of the money. So because you are selling put option, if you are confident, very confident the stock price is going to rise really fast, you can choose in the money option. Let's say 252. I believe by the expiry date, the stock price will be above 252.50. That you can choose that. or you are not so confident on this stock could go down more, then you can choose 245, out of the money for that. So it's really depend on what you are thinking, and also how bullish you are. If you are so confident, you can choose 255 if you want. Just click on it. You can set the CSP, cash secure put, then the maximum profit is gonna be 580. The maximum loss is 24920. So make sure that you have enough money to cover. Let's say do 55. So let's say if you want to set this put option, make sure you have 25,500 in cash to be ready to buy 100 shares of FedEx. It's very important. If you don't have enough cash, do not sell put option. So that's another way to profit from this FedEx stock drop. Now 3 ways. Repeat that, comment down below so that you remember what I said. So what happened last week? Last week, the home beta confidence index was better than forecast, which is good. Housing start better than forecast, which was good. So this is a forecast. This is actual. So this is previous. So if you look at it, previous forecast actual. So beta parameters actual was 1.46 on worse than the forecast, worse than the previous. US existing home sales is more than the forecast and more than previous, which was good. So that means a lot of sellers are coming into the market. They were selling their homes, so a lot of buyers came into the market as well compared to the previous data. Initial jobless claims, it's good. Good for the employees. Not a lot of people lost their jobs, but usually stock market used to drop if it's better than forecast. Now it doesn't care anymore because they know that Federal Reserve gonna reduce the interest rate in 2024. Federal Reserve is dovish now, so they don't care, and a lot of investors started to get that FOMO, fear of missing out. So they want to put money. Any dip the stock market has, they buy stocks. So that's why it didn't matter at all. GDP was 4.9%. It's worse than forecast, but still much better than pre-COVID time. And after the COVID time, GDP has been phenomenal because there was so big stimulus by President Joe Biden and infrastructure bill, a lot of economic activity going on. Of course, the side effect will be high inflation, but now inflations are going back down again. That's, I believe, in my opinion, is a small price to pay to have a really great economy, 4.9% growth, and also low unemployment rate. But PCE index minus 0.1%. That's good. Cost PCE 0.1%. So everything is rosy, and everybody's happy. Federal Reserve is happy. Stock markets are happy. Investors happy. You happy. I'm also happy. See, so good. So next, I believe for the next year, January, there will be January effect. So what does it mean? It means that there will be a lot of investors coming back from holidays. They want to beat the market. So they're going to put so much money in the January. I predict that January is going to be a good month for stocks. This week coming, the data is initial jobless claims. Forecast was 215, previous was 205. So they expected the job unemployment rates to go up. A lot of people may lose more jobs, so that's why they put higher number than the previous one. And also holiday season, a lot of people may quit their jobs. New Year resolution, whatever. Yeah, so nothing much, nothing changed. It's quiet. It's a New Year week, Christmas week, quiet. And if you want to know more about my videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, Master Rich Stocks, Options, Crypto, and go to live. You can see my past live. And if you want to learn more about other option trading, stock investing, stock trading, advanced option, you can go to my playlist, check out all the other videos. Share, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.